If you've been in crypto for a while, you've probably heard this phrase a million times. This coin is undervalued. Look at the market cap. But here's the truth. Market cap is one of the most misleading metrics in all of crypto. And if you're relying on it to decide what's undervalued or what might pump next, you're walking into a trap because market cap doesn't tell the full story. In fact, in many cases, it tells a story that was written carefully to lure you in. So today we're going to get under the hood and expose how token market caps are inflated, manipulated, and often completely irrelevant unless you're also looking at what really matters: the float, the emissions, and the liquidity. Let's start with what market cap actually is in crypto. It's calculated by taking the current price of the token and multiplying it by the circulating supply. But here's where it starts to fall apart already. That price, it might be based on just a few $1,000s of trading volume, especially in low float coins. And that circulating supply, it's often just a small fraction of the total tokens that will eventually exist. So when someone tells you a token has a low market cap, it's worth asking, compared to what? Let's use a real example. Take a look at a token like Aptos around its launch. The market cap at that time might have looked modest, just a few $100 million, but the fully diluted valuation, or FDV, was over $10 billion. That's because only about 10 to 15% of the total supply was circulating. The rest? Locked up, scheduled to unlock over the next few years. Now, why does this matter? Because early investors, insiders, and team members often hold large percentages of that locked supply. And once those tokens start to unlock, they tend to sell slowly, strategically, but they sell. So you might be watching a token with strong fundamentals, exciting news, good community support, and still the price just bleeds over time. Not because the project failed, but because there's constant sell pressure from the unlocks. That's the impact of float. When only a small percentage of tokens are in circulation, the token is low float. And in a low float environment, price can move quickly, even on small volumes. This is why VCs love low float launches. It makes price manipulation easier. It allows for dramatic price appreciation early on, which helps them dump tokens on retail who think they're getting in early, but they're not. By the time a token lists on a centralized exchange or starts trending on Twitter, the early investors are already up 10x, 50x, even more. And that's when you get these beautiful looking market caps, but with massive unlock cliffs on the horizon. That's not just theory. We've seen this play out again and again. Tokens like IMX, SAND, AXS, and even DYDX had early hype, strong launches, and then faced months of sell pressure, not because of bad news, but because of unlocks and token emissions outpacing demand. So how can you protect yourself? Start by looking beyond the market cap. Instead, go to sites like tokenunlocks.com, Masari, or the token's white paper to check the total supply and the unlock schedule. If the current circulating supply is only 10 to 20% of the total supply, be cautious. Ask yourself, when do those tokens unlock? How fast? Who gets them? Are they likely to be staked, held, or sold? Look at the fully diluted valuation. That's the market cap if every token were circulating today. If the FDV is massive compared to the market cap, you're likely in a low float situation and dilution is coming. Next, you should examine liquidity. A token might have a market cap of 500 million, but only $1 million in real liquidity on chain. That means any meaningful sell pressure can tank the price. Look at trading pairs on Uniswap, liquidity depth on Gecko Terminal, or the order books on centralized exchanges. Here's another tip. Pay attention to volume that doesn't match the liquidity profile. If a token has low liquidity but unusually high volume, that could be wash trading. That's fake volume designed to inflate interest. So what should you focus on instead? Tokens with high circulating supply relative to total supply, transparent and gradual unlock schedules, real demand and usage that can absorb new emissions, liquidity depth that matches the market cap size, teams that communicate tokenomics clearly and aren't hiding vesting details in obscure PDF files. And if you're looking for sustainable growth, not just hype-driven pumps, these fundamentals matter a lot more than flashy marketing or a low rank on CoinGecko. Let me know in the comments, have you ever gotten caught in a low float trap? What's your process now for researching tokenomics before you invest? And if you want to learn how to analyze token emissions, liquidity traps, and FDV like a pro, check out learningcrypto.com. That's where we break it down for you step by step so you never buy into the illusion of a low market cap again. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.